A man was just about to head home when his eyes caught sight of an old painting. It had always hung there, but today the colors looked freshly wet. Curious, he reached out and touched it. When he got home, he realized the paint wouldn't come off his hand. He tried soap, scrubbing, anything, but nothing worked. He thought maybe it would fade by the next day. But the following morning, things got worse. The yellow stain had started to spread. When he brought his hand close to his ear, he could hear strange whispers coming from it. Panicked, he showed it to his roommate, but his roommate couldn't hear a thing. He started to think maybe he was just hallucinating, yet the paint still wouldn't disappear. That's when he saw a cleaning lady at the front door. As soon as she saw the yellow stain on his fingers, her eyes widened and she said, "Cut it off. Cut it off right now." The man thought she was crazy, but by noon the entire palm of his hand had turned yellow, and the whispers had grown louder. He began to think maybe she was right. He wanted to do something but hesitated. After all, aside from the paint and the strange noises, there was no real harm, right? He paused and considered. Then finally he grabbed a knife and asked the woman, "What's really going on?" She replied, 20 years ago I saw that same painting. The colors were wet too. I touched it and smeared a bit on my sister's face. Since then, the paint never disappeared. I cut off my own hand, but my sister, she vanished. A few days ago, the painting reappeared, and I saw her reflection inside it. Hearing this, the man was horrified. He decided he would burn the painting. "My sister is still in there," she said. They began to struggle over it. In the chaos, the man's head brushed against the still wet paint. The whispers grew deafening, and the yellow began to spread down his arm. He realized the place where he was standing looked exactly like the background in the painting. The voices became unbearable. Pain and terror overwhelmed him. In a desperate attempt to survive, he cut off his own arm. Meanwhile, his roommate noticed the man was no longer home. At that moment, he saw a new figure appear in the painting. One of its arms was missing, just like the man's. The paint was still wet, and something like blood dripped from it. Out of curiosity, the roommate reached out and touched the painting with his finger. A few days later, his reflection also began to appear inside the painting.